Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. We're coming at you live from Coronado, San Diego area. This is, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, David Dziekanski. I'm the founder and CEO of Quantify Funds. We have crypto-related leveraged hedge fund-like products. Our very first one is the BTGD 100% Bitcoin, 100% ETF. We just crossed our 1-year anniversary. We're up about 120% since inception. Unlike traditional leverage ETFs, we take advantage of the diversification between Bitcoin and gold, where we've only had about 90% of the downside of Bitcoin and about 120% of the upside. And that shows you what leveraging two uncorrelated assets can do, in this case, with a common theme of currency debasement, which is very top of mind right now in everyone's thoughts, just because, I think the entire global world has kind of seen the writing on the wall, and we are no longer trying to protect the value of our currency. We are just trying to grow our way out of our massive debt, which we all hope AI will do and add massive productivity.
I mean, humans haven't solved it so far, so we've got to leave it to AI, right?
We have to leave it to AI, yeah. They might give us productivity, but I don't think they're going to erode our debt. We're just going to hopefully grow our way out of it. But
so quick side note, so we met in New York, actually, and we also have Miss Roundhill here. Yeah, that's, yeah. You plug your channel if you want. Yeah. Just go in the middle here. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Amy. Let's make some bad financial decisions together. I'm Bad Financial Decisions on YouTube, Miss Roundhill on Twitter. So
yeah.
Nice to meet you all.
Check our channel out. So yeah, we're here for the Stocktoberfest in San Diego. It's been an amazing conference so far.
So good.
So Granite Shares is one of the sponsors, but there's like two things going on. There's this, what's the other one called?
It's a small cap conference for people trying to bring small caps to the marketplace. IPO markets are finally taking off a little bit. Cooled off in the last couple of weeks. But definitely a healthy part of the economy that I'm happy to see back in action.
Yeah.
And there's also, I think, 2 weddings going on here at the same time.
Probably,
so,
yeah.
A lot of amazing things at this beautiful property.
Yeah, it's been a full day. We did a beach run this morning, had breakfast at this veranda place. This is actually, I tried to get it in the camera here, but this is the there we go. Yeah, that's the actual like roof of the hotel there. And yeah, dinner's coming up, so it's like a little bit of a lull time. So finally doing some content here.
Yeah.
What I find fascinating is that you worked for one of the YieldMax / Tidal people. You worked with him, Mike Venuto, right?
Yeah. So I spent 11 years at Tidal. I was the 4th employee, one of the partners. I was a portfolio manager and worked on new product development with them as well. Mike is my mentor. I wouldn't be where I am today without Mike. That's the beauty of the ecosystem he created. We were, entrepreneurs together, and then he helped me build my dream here. I think there's a plethora of interesting strategies that should be available in the ETF space that are true hedge fund-like trades, and that's what we intend to build and grow. BTGD being the very first example of that.
Awesome. So you mentioned like 120% of the upside, 90% of the downside.
Yeah, that's been over the last 6 months, and that's because of the correlation benefits that you've seen between Bitcoin and gold. And you can't get that same return if you just buy and hold Bitcoin and gold. It really comes from the rebalancing between the two. So the idea of leveraging two things on top of each other removes some of the path dependency, because we do the trading for you. Unlike a traditional leverage ETF that you might need to rebalance 4 days a week at 3:30 to get back to your intended target, we do a lot of that rebalancing embedded in this ETF.
Yeah.
And as we spoke about, we have a number of filings coming for late December that use that same concept of stacking two different assets, but doing it in the growth total return cover call space with assets such as US stocks, Bitcoin, gold, and treasuries, and all pairs of that. We listened to a lot of what you guys were asking for, and most notably that was the income version of BTGD. So that'll be coming out after Christmas with the ticker ISBG.
Awesome. And the really big news is that your fund is actually looking to pay a dividend soon.
Yeah, so we will pay a dividend. BTGD will at the end of the year based on our capital gains for the year. So it'll be a minor dividend. But the beauty of this new lineup is that we will be paying weekly dividends. So you will be able to monetize that on regular.
So starting in 2026, weekly dividends.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. What has the growth been like in terms of like AUM?
Yeah, we crossed 1 year old on October 15th. So we just celebrated our first birthday. Thank you very much. Today we're at about $142 million of assets. We've really seen amazing adoption, especially in the last 6 months. It's funny, the individual investors are always quicker to adopt the good, new, interesting ideas. But just in the last 90 days or so, we've seen a lot more interest from the institutional world, the RIA space as well. I think
Awesome.
it took them a long time for them to start trading on the concept of currency debasement.
Yeah.
We had this conversation earlier, especially when you saw the dip this year around tariffs. Everyone gives individual investors a bad name, but they caught that dip much faster than the institutional world did. All the
We both
institutions,
agree. Like institutional investors seem to be ahead of retail investors. I'm sorry, seem to be ahead of the professional money management class.
And I think it's because of the collaboration. Because of people such as yourselves, the Twitter spaces that we all find ourselves on, the amazing platforms such as StockTwits or Blossom Social. There's so many amazing collaborative investment communities for individual investors. In the institutional world, if you have a good trade, you tell no one. Right?
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the biggest differences between the two.
Good. How are you? That's okay. You want to be in a quick live stream? Oh, say hi. Yeah. Oh. So this is Dan. Yeah. Yeah. Say hi.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah. Plug your company or.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're with him actually. Yeah.
Same for
Yeah. Awesome. Cool.
This is awesome.
Yeah. So we just did one with Miss Roundhill, and we're just doing this one real quick here.
Yeah.
So any other key facts about your fund?
So I would say look for the income stacks coming out in December. We also have an MNAV Harvester series coming out in December. 2 funds, we'll probably start launching one, but the 2 tickers are YTSM and MNAV. YTSM is MSTY backwards. We're trying to solve a lot of the problems that exist in the current landscape. And what we've heard from the crowd is it's great to harvest volatility on Bitcoin treasury companies, but you might not want to own them as your reference asset. And that's actually a very popular hedge fund trade. So both YTSM and MNAV will try to fix those solutions where we'll have the opportunity to pair shorts through options on Bitcoin treasury companies and then pair it with a long in Bitcoin. So we're actually harvesting the volatility difference between the two. But unlike other assets, we don't actually own the Bitcoin treasury companies as the reference asset, which is a mouthful. But please, as soon as we have more information to give out, please give us a follow on quantifyfunds.com or Quantify Funds on Twitter. As soon as we go effective, which will be late December, a couple days before launch, we'll give out a lot more transparency on the strategy.
Absolutely. So by the end of the year, I don't know if you want to say or not, but there could be an interesting comparison between say MSTY.
Yeah, absolutely. It's almost you can almost think of it as like a bear case on an MS3R cover call ETF mixed with a Bitcoin cover call. So we'll have the opportunity to kind of pair those 2 categories together when there's a lot of value in Bitcoin treasury companies, either to go long or short. We will take that position, and then also be running a Bitcoin cover call strategy next to it.
Awesome.
So it truly is a strategy that institutions in the hedge fund space are doing right now. And that's really our whole mission. We're starting in the crypto space, but offer hedge fund-like strategies in the crypto world that the institutional world is actually trading right now. That is quite complex to put together. We're very happy to be partnering with a firm called Convexitas out of Chicago. The lead PM there is Zed Francis, formerly of SpiderRock, one of the most respected options hedge fund companies in the country. And it really takes that level of management to be able to do the complex levels of things we're trying to do to create this very beautifully slightly leveraged ETF world that are our buy and hold investments that you don't need to necessarily trade all the time. It's amazing that there's so many great ETFs out there that are trading tools, but also we want these ETFs to work for you so that these can be buy and hold products in your portfolio.
Awesome. And this is your first fund, right?
BTGD is our first fund on our own, and we're excited to grow our lineup.
So there's plans probably next year for more funds, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Awesome.
After 11 years at Tidal, we have nothing but a white list of interesting ideas. And what we promise more than anything is to actually try to bring innovation to the marketplace and not really throw out anything against the wall, or what I like to call is retail candy, where it tastes good and then it makes you sick the next day. We want investors to have good investing experiences in our portfolio, not just as trading tools, but as buy and hold investments.
That's awesome. Yeah. One thing I find so neat is that most of us here came from what I call the professional financial space, and now we're all into social media, even doing our own funds and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. So been a great conference so far. Any other words for the audience while you're at it?
No, I think my business partner, Dan, is the best dressed of all of us.
Absolutely, I agree, yeah.
You can tell he was the one who golfed and we were on the boat today.
How was golf, by the way?
My goal was to try to hit around our annual performance for
Oh,
BTGD.
right. Yeah, that's a good goal.
I'm not going to say what it was, so I'll have everyone outside in the
Yeah.
and then take a look at our performance and then just figure out how well I
Awesome.
did.
There you go.
So it was a
Yeah.
long day on the course, basically.
Very long day on the course. Let's put it
Yeah.
that way.
So we had the option of either doing sailing or golf. That you
Yeah.
couldn't really do both. But yeah, golf filled up really fast. But yeah, that's awesome. Well, hey, thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you for having us on.
And for the audience, please check out their fund. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Join Discord, and we'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Have a good night. Bye.
Thanks so much.
Awesome. Glad we were able to do that.